Hello friends, and welcome to today's little video. I wanted to sit down and do one of those chatting to the camera type videos. I've now been releasing weekly videos for 21 weeks in a row, which is something I never thought I'd be able to do. Really fun personal project, and it's been a great way to keep myself motivated to do something during these uncertain times. I realise I'm still quite a small YouTube channel and quite a small Instagram channel too, but I think I've got a nice dedicated following, so I wanted to see if they had any questions for me, and I thought I'd give them an answer today. One question I got unrelated to this was whether I had a Patreon or not. And no, I don't feel like I can offer anything exclusive to Patreon supporters, but I did start a Buy Me a Coffee. So if you like what you're watching and you want to help me continue with it, then buy me a coffee. The link is down in the description. Another thing I started recently was a blog. Nothing too drastic, just all the photos from the videos on my YouTube channel will be over there, so you can watch them at your own speed in high res. And I've currently got a few of the more recent videos up there. The link again is down in the description. And over the next few weeks, I guess, I'll try and get one up for every one of the old videos as well. So with that, let's get on to the Q&A part of the video. First question, what is your favorite thing to take pictures of? I think it's probably architecture, lines, shadows, shapes, that sort of thing. I never really sat down and thought about what I liked to take pictures of, but when you scroll through my feed, it's quite clear that that's what I'm attracted to. Also notice that all my photos are very empty. I don't know if it was a choice to try and take pictures of empty spaces, or if I'm just too scared to take a photo of people because of their reaction. Something that I've tried to change actually recently. I've tried to add more people into my compositions. But yeah, I think it's quite clear that by accident or not, lines, specifically architectural lines, are something I'm attracted to. However, that's only for film photography. Digital, it's all about people. Circus, gymnastics, dance. Can't get enough of it. That's exactly what I love in digital photography. I would like to take more circus on film, but it is quite scary because getting that perfect moment is a lot more difficult, and you can't check the screen afterwards to make sure you got it. So it's a big challenge, but something I'd definitely like to do more of in the future. What is your favorite flavor ice cream? And did you know that Fuji Pro 400 is gone? Two very good questions. Favorite ice cream flavor? Probably rum and raisin. Don't even know if it's available outside the UK. I haven't really seen it since I left England, but rum and raisin, #1. In Japan, I had some nice red bean ice cream though. That was pretty delicious. Fuji Pro 400, I've never used it, so it's not a big loss for me, but it is a big loss for the film community, of course. It's a sad thing that another stock is off the market. That said, you know, Fuji have discontinued things and then relaunched them later on. And hopefully that could be what's happening. We'll see. Do you shoot Polaroid? So that's actually a funny transition from the last question, because I've never shot Polaroid, but I have shot Fuji's now discontinued FP100C. I was lucky enough to get a couple of packs and a land camera before it was discontinued, so for normal, reasonable prices. And I shot 2 packs of that, and it was really fun. I quite like the experience of the peel apart film as well, especially as you've got a negative which you can scan. So I could give the photo to the model and then take the negative home and scan it. And these are the results of some of those scans. Yeah, I'd like to do more of that in the future, but unless it comes back on the market, that's not something I've got the budget for. How do you not get snow all over your camera when you're shooting in the snow? Don't shoot when it's snowing. yeah, I've got a lot of shots of snow, but I haven't got many shots actually during the snow. And I think that's the first boring answer, is don't shoot while it's actually blizzarding outside. However, there are a few things you can do to protect your camera, standing in little alcoves, doorways, or under bridges. Same thing with if it's raining or not. And then try to have your back to the wind. So if it's actually snowing, make sure the snow's hitting you from behind, then you're protecting your camera from the snow instead of from the other direction. If you're using a waist level viewfinder, which I have done a few times in the snow, you can totally protect your whole camera with yourself, so that's a really good method. And I mean, I carry my camera in a bag instead of around my neck on a strap when it's snowing, so that's another thing. Favorite black and white film stock? I'm not really the person to be loyal to one film stock. I think because I've traveled a lot, I've always just bought whatever film is available in the local pharmacy, or if there's a film shop around, whatever they've got in stock at that time. So I've never really settled on one kind of film. The only one maybe is a Lomo 800, because I found that the results were really nice and the price was really nice, so I bought a bunch of that and I've been happy to use it. But that's color film, so that doesn't help you. For black and white film, Artista Edu, I think it was, 200. I got really nice results with that, really happy with that, and the price was significantly lower than most professional brand black and white films. So I think that's something worth checking out. I did also shoot some Ilford SFX 200, which is a sort of near infrared. I think the red colors are a bit more dramatic than on regular film, but it's not full infrared. Because of that, I think it had quite a dreamy, not very contrasty feel to it, which was nice. The results were nice. I did underexpose it because I didn't know you're supposed to shoot it at 100, even though it's ISO 200. So they were underexposed as well, which might have added to that, but I really like the results of that film. Shame it's really expensive. Why do you shoot film? Do you enjoy the process of actually taking the pictures, or something else? Wow. I think it's really hard to answer that question without giving the most cliche answerable, which is that film slows you down. Because it's true. And I shot digital before, especially dance and circus photography. And it's too easy to rely on burst mode and just go crazy and get the shot that you want somewhere in all that. Even when you're walking around town, just taking pictures of buildings and things, you can take hundreds of photos in a day. And then you've got hundreds of photos to look through when you get home. Then originally I tried film because I was gifted a camera by my mum, and I thought, oh, let's give it a shot, why not? I really like the fact that I only had 36 photos and that's it. So I had to think about the composition, I had to think about the lighting, timing. There was a lot to think about for every single shot, and I think through that experience it definitely helped me get the right shot faster on digital as well. And then, like every new film photographer, I wanted to buy every single camera that exists in the market. And I bought a bunch of different styles, some rangefinders and little box cameras and waist level, TLR. And I really enjoyed how every single camera, every single style of camera has a different way of working, has different strengths and weaknesses, how different companies many years ago had to get around technological restrictions. And it was just a really nice experience to go through the history of photography and trying out, like, how did the forefathers of photography, if you will, do it. And gave me a lot more respect for past photography and therefore current photography and photography in general. Second part, do you enjoy the process of actually taking the pictures or something else? Like I said, I enjoyed using the cameras. I think that was a really nice part of film photography. And Then I think if you look at how many photos I've posted online versus how many photos I've taken, I think it's clear that I enjoy the process of taking pictures more than perhaps other parts of the process. Thousands of photos that will never go online, even though I like them a lot, because it's not really about taking a picture for someone else. I enjoy the process of going out and taking pictures, and sometimes I've taken pictures and then the finished roll is sat in my fridge for 6 months because I've actually forgotten that I've taken the pictures, that I didn't take them to even see them, which is maybe a bit weird. I took them because I wanted to take pictures. Maybe that's strange, I don't know. But then recently that's changed a little bit. I wouldn't say I take photos for social media, but having a YouTube channel and trying to create interesting content has forced me to give myself some different challenges or motivate me to go outside more and take pictures. And I wouldn't say the types of pictures I take have changed, but having people there that enjoy looking at the pictures has definitely motivated me to keep taking pictures. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for sticking around until the end. Let me know if you enjoyed some of those answers, or if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them too, down below. A little like, a little subscribe, maybe buy me a coffee, and I'll see you next week.